Hello, we are students of PGDIM and we are here to present a video on types of network topologies. This project is being done by Prateek, Chhavi, Aishwarya and Ritika. Network topology. Network topology is the arrangement of the various elements of a computer network, that is, links, nodes, etc. Physical topology is the placement of the various components of a network, including device location and cable installation. Now I give out to you two keywords that we will keep using during the course of presentation. Firstly, node. Node is either a connection point, a redistribution point, or a communication endpoint. And link. Link is the means of connecting one location or node to another for the purpose of transmitting and receiving digital information. Now we discuss the need for network topology. Firstly, it avoids randomization and setting up of network. Secondly, it impacts performance. Thirdly, it impacts cost of cabling. Fourthly, it is a factor in determining media type used to cable the network. And lastly, some access points can work only with specific topologies, and therefore there is a need to study network topology. We discuss the following types of network topology in our presentation: bus, star, ring, mesh, and hybrid. We bifurcate hybrid into star, ring, and tree.
First type of topology is bus topology. Features of bus topology. Bus topology is a network setup in which each computer and network device are connected to a single main cable or backbone. One of the computers in the network typically acts as the computer server. Configuration of bus topology. This is the central cable. This is the terminator where the message terminates. Systems are connected with a connecting cable. These systems are known as nodes. Working of bus topology. The computers that send data also attach address of the destination computer with the data. All the computers connected to the bus receive the data, but only that computer accepts it whose address matches the address attached with the data. In this topology, only one computer at a time can send a data. Therefore, the speed of the network reduces as the number of computers attached to the bus increases. Ethernet systems use bus topology. Bus networks work best with a limited number of devices. Classrooms and labs use bus topology. Advantages of bus topology. It is easy to set up and extend the bus network. Second, cable length required for this topology is the least compared to the other networks. Third is bus topology is relatively inexpensive. Fourth is linear bus network works well in small networks. Disadvantages of bus topology. There is a limit on central cable length and number of nodes that can be connected. Second, dependency on the central cable can lead to whole network breaking down if it encounters a problem. Proper termination is needed to dump signals, therefore use of terminators is must. Fourth is difficulty in detecting and troubleshooting fault at individual stations. Efficiency reduces as the number of devices connected increases. And last is unsuitable for the network with heavy traffic.
The second topology is star topology. Features of star topology. In this arrangement, computers are connected to a single hub. The hub is the central node and acts as a repeater for data flow. The hub acts as a server and the peripheral devices act as clients. Every node has its own dedicated connection to the hub, that is, the devices are not directly linked to one another. Star topology can be used with twisted pair or optical fiber. Working of star topology. In a star topology, each device has a dedicated point-to-point link only to a central controller, usually called a hub. All the traffic that traverses the network passes through the central hub. The controller acts as an exchange. If one device wants to send data to another, it sends the data to the controller, which then sends the data to other connected device. So the central hub resends the message either to all the computers in a broadcast star network or only to the destination computer in a switch star network. Application of star topology. Star topology is used in LAN. High-speed LAN often uses a star topology with a central hub. Advantages of star topology. The hub can be upgraded easily. It is easy to troubleshoot. Only the node is affected which has failed. The rest of the nodes can work very smoothly. It is easy to set up and modify without disturbing the rest of the network. Robustness, less cabling than mesh, fast performance with few nodes and low traffic, easy fault identification and isolation. Multiple cable types are supported by the hub. Centralized monitoring and management are possible. Disadvantages of star topology. The cost of installation is high. The performance is based on the hub, that is, it depends upon the capacity. There is dependency on one single point, that is the hub. If the hub is affected, then the whole network is stopped because all the nodes depend on the hub. With increased devices and traffic, can make the network slow. The third type of topology is ring topology. Features of ring topology. Ring topology is a computer network configuration where the devices are connected to each other in a circular shape. Each packet is sent around the ring until it reaches its final destination. It forms a ring as each computer is connected to another computer, with the last one connected to the first. There are exactly two neighbors for each device. When a device sends data, it must travel through each device on the ring until it reaches its destination. Every node is a critical link. In a ring topology, there is no server computer present. All nodes work as a server and repeat the signal. A number of repeaters are used and the transmission is unidirectional. Data is transferred in a sequential manner, that is bit by bit. Working of ring topology. To use the network, a machine first has to capture the free token and replace the data with its own message. Example, machine 1 wants to send some data to machine 4. So it first has to capture the free token. It then writes its data and the recipient's address onto the token. The packet of data is then sent to machine 2, who reads the address, realizes it is not its own, so passes it on to machine 3. Machine 3 does the same and passes the token on to machine 4. This time it is the correct address, so the machine 4 reads the message. It cannot, however, release a free token onto the ring. It must first send the frame back to number 1 machine with an acknowledgement to say that it has received the data. The recipient is then sent to machine 5, who checks the address, realizes it is not its own, and so forwards it onto the next machine in the ring. Number 6 machine does the same. Machine 1 recognizes the address, reads the acknowledgement from number 4 machine and then releases the free token back onto the ring, ready for the next machine to use. Application of ring topology. This type of topology can be found in peer-to-peer networks in which machine manages both information processing and the distribution of data files. It is not widely popular in terms of usability. It can be found in schools and office buildings. Ring topology was prevalent when IBM introduced its local area network token ring. Today, the need for higher speed LANs has made this topology less popular. Advantages of ring topology. Transmitting network is not affected by high traffic or by adding more nodes. It is cheap to install and expand. It provides equal access for all computers. Fault isolation is simplified in a single ring. Performance is even despite many users. It provides an orderly network in which every device has access to the token and can transmit. No one computer can monopolize the network because every computer is given equal access to the token. Disadvantages of ring topology. Troubleshooting is difficult in ring topology. Adding or deleting the computers disturbs the network activity. Also, failure of one computer disturbs the whole network.
The fourth kind of topology that we discuss now is the mesh topology. Features of mesh topology. It is a network setup where each computer and network device is interconnected with one another. That is, every node has a direct point-to-point connection to every other node, allowing for most transmissions to be distributed. We discussed two types of mesh topology in this presentation. Firstly, fully mesh, wherein every computer in the network has a connection to each of the other computers in that network. Number of connections in this network is calculated using the formula n into n minus 1 upon 2, where n is the number of computers in this network. Secondly, partially mesh, wherein at least two of the computers in the network have connections to multiple other computers in that network. Configuration of mesh topology. As explained earlier, here all the computers have a direct point-to-point connection with every other computer, as you can see in the configuration. Working of mesh topology. Mesh networks relay messages either using a flooding technique or a routing technique. With routing, the message is propagated along a path by hopping from node to node until it reaches its destination. To ensure all its paths availability, the network must allow for continuous connections and must reconfigure itself around broken paths using self-healing algorithms that allow a routing-based network to operate when a node breaks down. Applications of mesh topology. WANs, most notably the internet, employs a mesh routing. Secondly, the XO1 laptop, also known as the one laptop per child, uses mesh networking. And FabFi, a low-cost wireless networking system, also employs mesh topology. Now we do the critical analysis of mesh topology, wherein we discuss the advantages and disadvantages. Advantages: firstly, it is robust because if one connection fails, the others remain intact. It is a high security topology because the data travels along a dedicated connection. Now we come to disadvantages. Firstly, it is expensive since requires a lot of cables. Secondly, connections are redundant as there are several different paths for data to travel from one node to another. And thirdly, number of connections grow quadratically with number of nodes as per the formula.
So we have the fifth type of topology, that is hybrid topology. Features of hybrid topology. Hybrid networks use combination of any two or more topologies in such a way that the resulting network does not exhibit one of the standard topologies, that is bus, star, ring or mesh. A hybrid topology is always produced when two different basic network topologies are connected. Two common examples are star ring network and star bus network. Advantages of hybrid topology are it is reliable, scalable, flexible and effective, whereas the disadvantages are complexity of design, costly hub, cost infrastructure. There are two types of hybrid topology. First is star ring hybrid topology. It is formed in a circular ring wherein there is one hub and the rest computers are connected in a star round manner. The message flows unidirectional and reaches the second hub wherein the computers are arranged in a star manner around the hub. The second type of hybrid topology is star bus or tree topology. It has a root node and all other nodes are connected to it, forming hierarchy. Also called hierarchical topology, and should at least have three levels to the hierarchy. Essentially a combination of bus and star topology. In this, number of star networks are connected using bus. This main cable seems like mainstream of a tree and other star networks as the branches. The configuration of it is as follows. There are two computers which are connected via main cable, also called the bus. There are branches to the main cable that connect the peripheral computers, and there are subdivisions to the second level of the computers. Applications of tree topology. Ideal if workstations are located in groups used in wide area network. An example of this network could be cable TV technology. Other examples are in dynamic tree-based wireless networks for military, mining, and other mobile applications. Advantages of tree topology. Best alternative when star and bus topologies cannot be implemented individually for reasons related to scalability. Expansion of network is possible and easy. Easy management and maintenance. Error detection and correction is easy. Each segment is provided with dedicated point-to-point wiring to the central hub. If one segment is damaged, other segments are not affected. Disadvantages of tree topology. Because of its basic structure, tree topology relies heavily on the main bus cable, which if breaks, whole network gets crippled. Scalability of the network depends on the type of cable used. As more and more nodes and segments are added, the maintenance becomes difficult.
Considerations when choosing a topology. Cost must be a factor that should be kept in mind. Length of cable needed, future growth, and cable type. Thank you so much.